Welcome back to Pole Barn Garage, where I have, for some reason, decided to buy this 1969 Cadillac limousine. Well, it's actually an airport car. It's a Fleetwood 75. It's in abysmally poor condition. Supposedly, it's been sitting for 15 years. I think that might be a little generous. But I know one thing, it's disgusting. Before I look inside of this thing, I gotta give you a little backstory. I have to be kind of careful with how I word this. So bear with me. Evidently, the ladies of the night at certain truck stops in northern Missouri would frequent this automobile to ply their trade, so to speak. I really can't say a whole lot more than that, but use your imagination. Or don't. That's probably a better idea. We can see some evidence of its past with the Rolling Stones lips here and 69 something, as well as you'll note that the back window has been painted. I don't like this any more than you do, but we got to see if we can get this thing to run and drive. Why? Because it's got a 472 in it. Now that's a 370 horsepower 472. I think that this thing is way too far gone to do anything with, and not to mention a biohazard. So that's why I bought it. I got it cheap, and also I have a problem. Oh, God. There's a partition wall. Yeah, originally this would have been an airport car. See the little jump seat that the ladies of the night would use? The back seat? You know, let's just, maybe we don't use a black light in this one. I don't know what the hell's in the trunk, but there's obviously several bodies in there. Somehow the back of the car is heavier than the 472 in the front, so I'm curious to know what or who is back there. Oh no. Oh no. You could just taste the regret in the air in this thing. Yep. There's the 472. Looks like it's all there. HEI ignition. Somebody's upgraded it over the years. That's nice. Now these are oddballs, but they're so unique, I thought it would be fun to have. Huh, that's strange. Never seen that before. Yeah, there's Quadrajet under there. What we got for oil? She's full of black oil. That's a good sign. As much as I want to dig right into this and try to get it fired up, I think step one here's got to be the pressure washer. I think I can't touch that. No. I'm just going to start by pre-soaking everything in an unhealthy amount of chemicals. And then I'm going to follow up on the interior with some enzyme cleaner, which supposedly eats and kills just about everything. I've got this electric weed sprayer loaded with enzyme cleaner. Something that one of you guys down in the comments told me works really good for disgusting things like this. And I do read my comments, so hey, take a minute and just leave a comment for me, will ya? YouTube likes that. I'm gonna soak everything with this, and I mean everything. Yeah, definitely get down to those crevices. Oh God, crevices. I bought a lot of crap in my day. This is up there. I'm gonna soak this back seat extra good. I'm wearing a mask on this one. Well, I don't know if I've made this any better, but I've certainly made it wetter. God, no. Gross. It smells better. It just smells like dirt. I'm pretty sure that was just dirt. I hope that was just dirt. I'm not sure what to do about that. I think that's just going to be that way for a while. At least it's clean up here where I have to work. Ish. It's cleaner-ish. The under the hood cleaned up real nice. That motor is not bad looking. We'll have to make sure it turns over and stuff, but I have a good feeling about it. Normally I try to get the motor to spin over and kind of start on that, but I borrowed the trailer. This thing ain't gonna fit on my 16-foot trailer. Had to borrow this 22-foot trailer. You'll note that the car is longer than that. So I really need to put some wheels and tires on the thing so it can roll. We also have to get it out of park, just so I can get it off the trailer and return it to my buddy. Damn chains are stuck under the car. I'm gonna have to take the wheel off, drop the car onto the trailer, hope that loosens up the chain, and then lift it back up. That didn't work. Chains are still too tight, so I just hooked it straight to the bumper.
Alright.
I don't know if you've noticed, this car is incredibly heavy. I don't know if I'll be able to put a wheel in there. No. You gotta jack it up by the frame. We'll just jack it up by the gas tank. That's what that's for, right?
Yeah.
There we go. You viewers at home, maybe don't do this. I can get it in there.
Get it in there, and then, well.
Now we'll put this jack under the axle.
Yeah.
Aha!
Nice.
Yeah, this end of the car is way lighter, and it really shouldn't be. Maybe I should just crawl under it now.
No?
Well, you get it over with a lot quicker that way. Actually, pretty standard issue GM disc brake. I was expecting to see something odd. And it rolled. You know those drums are probably stuck on the back.
Oh, yeah.
We definitely kind of should have done something about that. Oh well, it'll be fine. Yeah, it looks better already. Revival complete.
Yep.
Before we try stealing this thing, let's see if any of my GM car's keys will work. You never know. And nah. Damn. You know, we haven't taken any time to admire the interior of this beautiful automobile here. We've got a Panasonic tape deck, and we show 4,000 miles. It's 104,000, I'm sure, judging by, you know, everything. But, you know, it's probably not 204,000. So I'm going to drill out the lock cylinder and see if we can't get the steering wheel to turn. I wish it was a 68, then the ignition would have been on the dash. I actually got the retaining clip out of that. I might get lucky to be able to pop this out. God, I wish I had a dent puller, but I don't know where it is. Also, I think something's gnawing on my ass.
Maybe you should get up.
I don't want to. I don't want to know.
You don't want to know?
Oh,
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
Okay. I've never been real good at Grand Theft Auto. Maybe you're better. So you've got it to turn, but it won't shift. So maybe it just needs turned a little bit more. We're getting there though. Getting there. As far as like cranking the car, we can do that by taking the ignition switch off. It's easy. Is it coming out?
I saw it move.
Well, it moved, but I think it just moved like it's normal. Man, I hope nobody needed the steering column. Now we got to be getting close. I just really don't want to pull the steering wheel.
5 hours later.
Yep. That was a lot easier than pulling the steering wheel. We'll get back on this tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to say those drums are probably froze. It's not going nowhere. In case it wasn't obvious, this car has been underwater. Now we're just gonna hope that it was the back half of the car that was underwater, and the front half is fine. All the mud was back there at least. So what do we do now? I mean, do we like go over it real good, or you know, really check it out, or do we just throw a battery in it and hope it burns down? I'm shooting for that one. Pull this air cleaner off and make sure the throttle works and it's not stuck. Got a fixed blade fan on it. I could probably rotate it with this. Oh, yep, sure feels stuck to me. I'm assuming this has some charge in it. Oh, that's classy. Hey, wait till you see this stuff. Look at that. Those are quality connections. Yep. Well, I'll be damned. Huh, I really thought that was gonna be stuck. Shit, I'll take that though. All right. Well, since it cranks, it might run. I'm gonna cut the fuel line just in case there's gas in it. We don't want to be sucking that up in it, that's for sure. There's a fuel pump on a Cadillac. I went ahead and plugged the return line, and I always figure it's worth a shot to try the mechanical pump. Hell, it might work. If it was underwater, I'm sure the diaphragm is still nice and moist. Yeah. There we go. Professional fuel system installed. Now, I did notice one thing. Let's see, is that distributor power? Not sure what's going on there. We should make sure that that actually has power. Then, let's put some gas in it and see if it makes noise. I also went ahead and pulled the ignition switch out from on top of the column. This is all you need to crank and start the car if you don't want to like put it in gear or anything. Just unbolt this, take a screwdriver and push it. There you go. Yep, it's cranking, so that means this is the on position here. We should have power on the coil. This wire got wrapped up in the fan when I cranked it there. And I'll get that out in a second. All I'm gonna do is just put my meter in here. We got 12 volts on that. All right, so we plug this in. It should have spark. Now the kicker here is gonna be, does it have spark in the right place? Because clearly somebody has put this distributor in at some point. And also all the plug wires are, well, they're 8-wall. Maybe we ought to replace those first. They've all been eaten. If somebody's installed this distributor and they put it in wrong, it could be a tooth off or could be installed 180 degrees out. We'll see. I'm gonna guess it was running because you could tell it's got like a newer hose on it. And by new, I mean about 30 years old, as well as the plug wires actually look new, but they were on here long enough for something to eat them. I have my doubts on whether or not these are gonna run, especially the Bluetooth ones. They're probably not going to work at all. Let me change these out. I got a set of wires here that I had left over from something. Throw those on real quick, and that way we can just rule that part out. Put some gas down in here and see what happens. Try to fill the float bowl. Oh yeah, it's going to catch on fire for sure. Spark, or it's not cranking fast enough, one or the other. Dad over there, check for spark.
No, coil ain't no good.
That battery's pretty flat.
Yeah, but it still should do something.
Well, I guess I should see if there's anything in here. Yeah, maybe I'll just change it all just to see. I don't know how often I've actually seen cobwebs inside of a distributor, so I don't think this has done a whole lot for a while. It's all GM stuff, which usually means it's good. There's probably nothing wrong with this, but let's just change it all just to be safe. I think this is probably a solid bet. It's maybe from me power washing it aggressively. I don't know, or that's epoxy that's ejecting itself out of the coils. Either way, let's see if we did any good. Probably not. Alright, out of gas. Well, it woke up from its nap.
It didn't even smoke.
No, it didn't even sound bad.
It was just in there idling. That was just with gas down the carb.
Well, I'll be damned. I'm gonna guess the fuel pump ain't working. Wheel and seat could be stuck. Let me pop the line loose on the carb, see if there's any fuel there.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's start a fire. No fuel up here in this line. It is almost impossible to get to anything here, so I'm just gonna bypass everything. Everything runs on top of everything here. But Cadillac was really far ahead of their time with their engineering. Now we can just run from here straight to the carb. May crank it a little bit and just see if that's pumping though.
Yeah, no gas.
Yeah, it would have been pumping by now. After running, it should have been pumping something. I just had a bit of a crisis. I'm all out of cheap Amazon electric fuel pumps, so I had to go buy the O'Reilly one. These are just as crappy and cost 7 times as much. Literally. Let me get this fuel system engineered here. Then we can see if we can get this thing to run a little longer. like to change the oil and stuff in it too, because it seems like it's probably a decent engine. Where would a good place for our new fuel tank be? I'm thinking probably right here. Yeah, see the vinyl pushing it? Oh yeah. Running it down the passenger side made a little more sense, and the wiper arm can just secure it there. Now, really, you want to mount these things as close to the fuel source as possible. Me, I'm kind of a bad boy, you know what I mean? So we're just going to put it right smack dab in the middle so I don't have to cut up a piece of hose. I'm kind of a cheap bastard, you know what I mean? We're going to secure this bad boy and ground it all in one step, utilizing the self-tapping method. You'll find this in your ASE literature. Pay attention, kids. This random wire here has keyed power on it. It's 12 volts with the key on. I don't know what it's for, but who cares? It runs the fuel pump. Let's see if this thing will run on its own. Let it run for a minute, and then we'll change the oil. I know some guys make a big deal. We'll change the oil right away, blah, blah, blah. It looks clean enough. It's just old. I mean, what, did it go bad? Does it have an expiration date? I think the needle and seat's stuck. It seems like the needle and seat is stuck. That's what allows fuel to come into the carburetor. Float level drops, needle opens, lets gas in. Well, the float's probably stuck. So I'll fill this vent tube with some brake clean and try to free up that float. I beat on it pretty good and it wasn't doing nothing. There you go. Oh, all kinds of nasty stuff coming out of there. Or it could be that that fuel pump doesn't work. Maybe that wire doesn't have enough current. That was straight to battery. Huh. I primed the pump. It might be working. I'm gonna go straight to the battery just to rule that out. See what happens. Well, it definitely runs. What I did there is you hold it open and then you stuff your hand down on it, stuff out the carburetor. And that creates a low pressure inside the carburetor. Then there's higher pressure where like the jets and stuff, I don't know the science exactly, but basically it sucks all the shit through the carburetor and the engine eats it. And that smoothed it out. Now I'm pretty sure it's on fire. I don't know if you could tell how concerned I am, but well, not really. Well, I guess I'll unhook the battery, just in case. Well, that could have been a hooker's wig. I'm not sure. Maybe it was the hood insulator pad. Carburetor's junk, but it may come around. Let's go ahead and drop the oil and get that changed and fresh. Yep, this thing's definitely on fire. Hate to see it, really. Yeah. Huh. You know, I thought asbestos was fireproof. Built some pressure. It's sludge. There are actual barnacles growing in there. Maybe we should drain that. Well, that doesn't look super encouraging under there. How on earth is this motor even remotely okay? I'm not going to ask questions. Oil filter's in a convenient spot on the Cadillac. Kind of like a Buick. It's right up on front. No wonder this thing sounds so weird. Look at that exhaust. It's like pinched off up there. Well, we won't do anything about that. I'm sure it'll fix itself. Just excavate away at the drain plug here. Oh no. Are you serious? No, I got it. Oh, barely. Socket's stuck on it now. That's okay. That's easy access later. Curious to see what comes out of here. Hopefully oil. That would be good. No water. No milky. It's just old oil. Hell yes. Get this oil filter off of here. You know, I'm looking at this oil pan and I'm thinking we might have problems with my future intentions. If anybody out there has a rear sump oil pan for a Cadillac, I'm a buyer. This is a mid sump pan and that's definitely not going to work. This is very stuck. Gotta use the big pliers. Ugh. There we go. She's going now. Oh yes, the plain white oil filter with no brand. New Wix unit on there. Let's fill her up with some VR1. It's got all the zinc a flat tappet cam engine needs. Pretty much the best, cheapest flat tappet cam oil you can buy. Diesel oil has the incorrect ZDDP in it. This is what you need right here. Granted, the only reason diesel oil has the wrong ZDDP in it is because it is for lower revving engines, kind of like this. So, I don't know. Hell will probably be just fine in this. Probably be just fine in anything. I don't know. I just don't take chances. I flatten too many cams. Drink, my precious. I don't know if this is necessary, but I think I'm going to try to get this lower hose off of here. I see water coming out. It's green. I mean, it looks antifreeze-ish and clean, maybe. Oh, hell, it's clean as hell. Shit, well, I guess I'm glad to know, though. The radiator looks horrible, but that didn't look bad at all. I think we'll still run a garden hose through it, but I feel really good about that. Look at that. Warning, I gotta go get my ears lowered in JD's too. So we'll be back in a little bit, and then we'll flush that coolant out, check the transmission fluid, top that off, and I don't know, see if it goes into gear. I don't think it's gonna move, but we could try. Probably a waste of time since it doesn't look that bad in there, but why not? Doesn't seem to have a thermostat in it, or it's stuck open. Bit of a false alarm there, you know. I saw crap in there. I'm a little gun shy after the Sky Goat fiasco. So, can't blame me, can you? What we got for transmission fluid? Something. Let's top that off. Let's just throw a gallon at it, just for grins. As it dumps all over my concrete, I'm sure. So this transmission is a Turbo 400 with a BOP bell housing, and I believe this will be for the C-body car. It will be the extra long version of the Turbo 400, making it extra useless for anything I have, but maybe we could make it work in a car? Let's see if it drops into gear. Get it fired up again.
Let's pop it right down. Let's top it off again. There we go.
Well, I might have screwed up. Pour transmission fluid down the carburetor, and it kind of acts like seafoam or chem tool or whatever. Transmission fluid has a lot of detergent in it, and it burns really hot. So it'll get down in there and blow all the carbon out of it and other crud that's living or deceased in the cylinders.
Better now. Think it'll go into gear?
Try it.
I don't know if this is doing anything.
I don't think it is.
I guess we'll have to jack it up, but let's let it run a little bit. I want to get the cobs blown out of it. I got this on clearance Automakischkerschapperbeschul. I think that means power steering fluid, for sure. Oh boy, it's jogging it down. Yeah. Come on, baby.
What the hell is this stuff? Bacon?
It smells
It does. It's bacon grease from Germany. Power steering's probably a no-go. So I just realized that the shifter linkage is disconnected. Naturally, I decided to go ahead and explode the power steering system all over the ground. Right where I gotta go. Yeah, there's our shifter linkage. I don't know how he's supposed to be attached to that. You know, like usually they're like a set screw. It's a bolt and the rod goes through it and the bolt pinches it, and that's how they adjust. But this one is different somehow. We tried to baling wire this shifter rod together. We tried to zip tie it together. We tried just about everything to hold it together. It seems like it was supposed to have some sort of clip on it to retain the rod inside of that eyelet, but we didn't have it, and I wasn't going to look for one, so I don't know how to hook that up. Obviously, I'm not trying to, like, restore this fine automobile. Want some?
No, I'm good.
Here's the rod. You can see that it's not threaded, and there's no real way to attach it, so we're going to make a way to attach it by drilling 2 holes and putting a couple cotter keys in it. Hopefully I don't scratch the paint. Oh shit. Oh no. Well, I guess it's just a parts car now.
Don't do it again.
Huh?
Don't do it again.
Do what again? Oh god! Why did you let me do that? Yeah, we gotta make the holes bigger. Oh god!
Dude, not again.
Bigger ones. Now, if we really wanted to, we could put like a bolt through there and hold that freaking thing. The sun's catching up with us. You wanna go try it?
Yeah.
A couple of cotter keys in there. Yep.
Works?
Yep. Go back up. Yep. I don't know if it has park, but at least it'll get it into drive.
Yeah.
Let's see if this thing even goes into gear. How come everywhere I go turns into this?
Because you're you?
Yeah. Cool, it goes into gear. That's good. What's bad is it doesn't move. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I noticed that one. Fire? What? Oh.
Where's that coming? Cooler line. This one's leaking. They've been spliced together with rubber before. That ain't no big deal. Well, she runs good, though. I mean, considering that thing is stuck and I was giving it that much gas, it didn't miss a beat. It was, I mean, it felt like it was trying to pull through 2 frozen drum brakes. And it should, with 500 pounds of torque. I think we got a really good motor. I'm very excited about that. But, sun's caught up with us today. We'll get back on it in the morning. Dude! Hey! Stop. Dude,
That's sorry.
that's my car. I paid a lot of money for this thing, okay? $750. Yeah. Turned cold out here this morning. And we got rain moving in. If we get these damn brakes unstuck, we could probably drive the thing right into the shop, but we got to get these brakes unstuck, so up she goes. Now I think I could safely beat on those drums. By beat on them, I mean hit them with a sledgehammer until they break. I'm going to clean up around the center bore here and then spray it down with some lube, just on the off chance that it might come apart. We all know that's not going to happen, but hey, you know, false hope is still hope. Since in my infinite wisdom, I have decided the best way to remove these is to beat the living hell out of them, and they are cast iron, I'm going to put some safety glasses on. After numerous beatings, it actually tries to move. I know for a fact it takes a lot of hits with the sledgehammer to split one of these things in half. So if we could get this to come off, that would be ideal. It's hung up on the shoes now, which is probably something we can deal with. And it acts like it wants to go. The pins are broken off that hold the shoes in. Now, I don't have a torch, but I have a death wheel. Let's see if I can cut through this thing. Aren't old cars just fun? Yeah. Yeah. Jeez. It's about as bad as I've ever seen. Death wheel did the trick though. Let's just jump straight to the cutting on this one. This one is impressively stuck. Cut it in half, and it's still somehow attached. There it goes. Yeah, I got one of them custom 2-piece brake drums here. Yeah. Oh, good. It rolls. It doesn't sound very happy about it, but it rolls. Well, we should be able to drive this thing now. But, you know, Derek over at Vice Grip Garage, he messes with Cadillacs quite a bit, so I just shot him a note. Said, hey, you need any oddball parts? And I guess the front brake calipers on these things are like impossible to get your hands on. So he would like to have those. I'd gladly give them to him. So let's jack it up on the front. Hell, let's see if they work. I mean, the back half of the car was underwater, but the front half wasn't. It might be okay. No, they're not going to be okay. The hell kind of fantasy land? Let's go ahead and change this transmission line before I forget. Looks like it was just loose, but I'll go ahead and replace it anyway. I just put this on. Now, these are the unobtainium brake calipers. They look like standard issue GM, but he said the piston size is different on the Cadillac, and that's what makes a difference, and it is starting to rain. Oh, God. Let's see. Holy crap. Dude, there's fluid in it. You gotta be kidding me. No way. Pedals froze. Oh, there it goes. Oh. Well. Yeah, that may have been a mistake. But shit, maybe we could throw a master cylinder on it. Crap. I probably should have pulled the car in the garage before trying to fix the brakes. Of course, the brakes would be helpful to get it in the garage. Chicken and the egg. Well, I guess we're going to get wet. Sure enough, I had one. Well, this is a Corvette master cylinder, but it looks like the one on the car. Let's bench bleed it real quick, just the front reservoir here. Slap it on and hell, see what happens. There you go. See the bubbles coming out? That's what we're after. If we don't do this, we're probably never going to have brakes. So we just at least got to get some of the bubbles out just to have some brakes. And there it goes. Now it's starting to get harder to push. See the fluid? She's good now. Oh my God, the line broke loose. We have a chance. That master cylinder is different, but I think I think that front port's the same size. It should work. We don't care about the rear one. When I pushed that pedal down, I think it did try to work the brakes because it just squirted a little bit when I broke this free. Pretty typical. The piston just seized up in there. That's a way smaller bore than the Vet master cylinder. But who cares? It'll work fine for what this is. The Vet master cylinder is flipped. We could maybe hook up the rear brake port on the Vet master cylinder to the front brake port. If we could get them, if there's enough slack there, we could just flip them around. I mean, again, not something I'd want to drive on, but it'll make the brakes work. Where the hell did the clouds go? Hey, I'm not going to argue with it. Anyway, they leave you enough slack in these lines. I was able to just flip them around. So, it bolts on. Pedal sticks, but sure feels like it should have brakes. Let me give these some love taps here, maybe free them up a little. Well, I just had Jess hit the brakes a few times. She just got up, so she didn't want to be on camera. But this one was kind of working. The other one, not really. So I might try to break the brake bleeder loose. Might. Here goes nothing. Holy crap, it worked. I think this bleeder is packed full of something. Bleeder is in fact plugged. I know you can't really see that, but there's a hole in the side of it, and that hole goes all the way through the end of it. We're just going to run some wire through there. Now we really should be pouring brake fluid out of it right now, and it is not. I don't know what our odds are here, but we need a brake bleeder to find out. One part fixed. I don't know, maybe I'll just leave it open and stomp them a few times. You guys tell me if it starts spraying. Bleeder's open. Got anything coming out of there? No. Well, that's not great. I'm gonna take the brake line off and see if we have fluid here. It actually broke free. This is all made easier with the fact that we only have to care about 1 out of 4 brakes. I'll take that rubber hose off, and who knows, maybe we could change that out and it'll work. I probably got a hose around here that'll fit that. Let's see if it sprays out, I guess. There it went. Pretty much the only thing we can do is try this rubber hose. Let's see what kind of hose this is. The junk kind. This is probably what our issue was. I can blow through it, but barely. Well, I got one here. It's pretty doggone close. A little bit shorter, but I think it'll work. You know, I always shop on like Rock Auto or even Holly when they have their clearance days. I stock up, you know, like Brothers Truck. Holly owns them. That's what this is for. Some truck. Who knows? You'll pick things up like this for like $1 or $2. I just buy them all and just have them, you know, just in case of situations like this. Yeah, it's the right thread. Like I said, it's just a little shorter, but we can deal with that. So you do have fluid now. The caliper is sticking. There we go. See it? Probably not. It is pushing fluid out through the caliper. There we go. Now she's flowing. I wanted to see if I could just gravity bleed it a little bit. But if I go hit the brakes, that caliper wants to stick. For some reason, I cannot imagine why. It is gradually bleeding out of that bleeder. I'm just going to let that do its thing for a minute. While I wait for that, I'm going to drill out the trunk lock and just see how many dead hookers are in the trunk. So this works different than a regular GM one.
Ain't no slot in it?
I can't see.
Truth.
One dead hooker. One pimp suit. Actually, got some stuff in here. Spinners for the spokes that were on it. Those are pretty trashed, but maybe worth keeping. We got some awards for billiards. Champions Tournament, Joe's Wooden Nickel. There's a blanket for wrapping a body in. Oh, what's that blanket?
That looks like a Chevy.
Yeah. Oh, it's Jeff Gordon.
Ridge.
Oh, it's actually in pretty good shape. The mice didn't get to that.
They probably all died before they got there.
That's a Cadillac water pump right there. Oh, it's froze.
I bet I bet that's no good.
Rear air conditioning, which is weird.
That's freaking fantastic.
You could put that in something, is what I was
I know.
like something that didn't have air conditioning. Just
Like a
mount.
van.
Yeah, mount that in the back of the van. 2 blower motors. Skirts. These skirts are, wow.
Shit, those are decent.
Somebody needs those probably. Shit like this is what I'm always after.
Yeah.
Good plugs and
There's a whole freaking loom and the one for the
oh, for the trunk light.
yeah, wherever it's at.
And probably the release. Oh no, it's not an electric release.
What?
Nope, it's standard.
Here's the light.
I always remember the Cadillacs are, the ones where you push them down and then they suck it down automatically. This one isn't that way. Dad's not scared of the hantavirus. So,
Yeah.
well, you found a Detroit newspaper.
That's what I was just showing you. Web classifieds outpace newspapers. Huh?
Oh.
This is back when the internet first started.
Yeah, I found the Wooden Nickel Bar and Grill in Kirksville. That's up north in northern Missouri, kind of where this car was. I'm still gonna let that thing bleed a little more. Let's see if any of the windows work. I got nothing on this switch. Yeah, no radio. We got no blower. What's this?
Just come back here.
Yeah, I think it's probably eaten.
This one here. Let me look. Try the other side.
No dome light. No. I'm sure it's not in very good shape. The headlights work. We have one bright.
Ta-da!
That means the headlight switch is good. And this one's working too.
Started to say it. I thought I seen something. That's a ground.
Yep. I think I'll throw the wheels back on it. I know that brake will work at least once, but it may stick. Yeah, let's see if it works. No, not at all. You spin it. Let me hit it real hard.
Oh, it did.
There.
Just locked up.
Got to hit.
And it's locked.
It's stuck.
See if it'll break loose when you're driving.
Yeah. No, I ain't taking that wheel back off there, I can tell you that. If it doesn't work, we could just use that as brakes. Got our fuel system secured. Let's see if it moves. I'll leave the door open so I can run away.
Oh, there it goes. Turn it now. Yeah.
Oh, must have blown out in the accident.
You know that thing didn't even hardly dent that beacon?
No.
Oh, jeez. Power steering, probably.
Oh, it is. Oh, hey, it's on fire.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Well,
No fire
some water.
turn the hose on.
Take that plug wire. There's some more of that mouse rat.
Let's get the fuel shut off, maybe.
Yeah.
It's
thing you
soaked
didn't
with
move
power
it.
steering fluid.
Yeah, that was what was burning off where you were driving. It was
Yeah.
smoking, but it wasn't coming from the car. You can see it was white.
Well, we got a good 472. Sans a little bit of mouse nest.
Yeah, that's why you kept digging. That's off the bead now.
Oh, ooh. Oh.
Like it doesn't have a tire anymore.
Well, the brake pedal stuck to the floor, and it took a little effort to get that back up, but brakes work, kinda. I'm not driving this on the street. That would be probably pretty irresponsible of me, I think. I don't know. Let's go find a resting place for it temporarily while we plan our next move. Yeah, you think it'll catch on fire again?
Probably.
Cool. Let's go park it.
Alright. Oh, nice in here.
Ugh. Yeah, great car, eh? Runs good though. I mean, it doesn't run good, but well, it runs. Oh, it can be kind of hard with that tire. Maybe going backwards is key.
Yeah, probably.
I can't see out of the hooker window in the back. Come on, baby. I think that front left brake locked up. There we go. Yep. Well, I guess this is where this lives now.
Yep.
Well, I guess that's it. Well, thanks for watching Pole Barn Garage. The mobile brothel is mobile again. Well, actually now it's stationary in my front yard. I have a plan for this, and I do want to give you just a little sneak peek. Before we do that, go to polebarnmerch.com. You know, get you a t-shirt, shop rags after this video. Yeah, I appreciate it. That's kind of how we keep things going. I am covered in transmission fluid, or power steering fluid, I guess. Well, anyway, let's give them a little teaser. That's what I'm thinking. This is a 64 Buick Skylark I picked up for $1,200, by the way. You can pick these cars up cheap everywhere. This is $750, so I'm thinking we build a $2,500 13-second car.
Yeah.
With that. But that's for another episode of Pole Barn Garage. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned, because this is going to be fun. One note, Jess and I are headed out on vacation tomorrow in Arizona. Also, I bought a car down there. I need to drive home. But that's after we take our vacation. So you will be seeing this video about a week after I've shot it, and probably won't miss any content, but there's a chance you might miss a week. So hey, just, you know, fair warning. Make sure you hit like and subscribe, please. At least hit that like and then leave a comment. It makes a huge difference. Huh. It's a little cleaning to do over here, huh?
Just do a speed up version of when it hits the car.
Yeah.